I guess the most important one is to have a good imagination. People ask where my ideas come from, and it's really, really hard to explain because they just sort of pop up into my head where I just think of weird and wonderful things. So imagination's a big key. You obviously have to have a good grasp of English, would be my formal answer, and creative writing skills obviously have to be quite high. There's a massive part of sales involved in it as well. So you write your script, you might demo it up, so you go into the production booth with your producer, demo it all up, but ultimately it's for you to then sit in front of a client, in front of a person, in front of a board, in front of a really high up board who are all multimillionaires, and you've got to convince them to part with their money basically to do what you want them to do. So there's a massive part of it is sales, and what I would sort of put on top of that is it's just have a good bubbly personality. The old adage is people buy people. Basically everything comes from a brief. So you get a briefing form in, which is literally a sheet of paper or an email, and it tells you who the client are, what they want to do, who are they talking to, and why the listener should do what the client wants them to do, basically. I always start with the target audience. So you look at if it's a mum, a dad, is it a teenager, is it a grandparent, wherever it might be, what their life entails, so what are their hobbies, what are their interests, what do they do on a Monday, what do they do on a Tuesday, what do they do at the weekend, what are their friends like, and I basically try and paint a picture of this person in my head as if I'm talking to just one person. If they're driving along or they're at home listening to the radio in the kitchen, I think, what can I do with music, with sound effects, to paint pictures, with a voice, whether it's a unique voice or whatever, to make their ears prick up, basically, to make them want to pay attention to my advert. Whenever I'm talking to clients or I'm talking to people at work, I talk about the human truth. So finding that one thing that connects us all. So whether you're interested in a product or not, you might not be remotely interested in an iPhone. So I try and think of something, a hook, a little thing that everybody in the whole country and the world would know, would get, would feel like was a part of their life, and try and hook that into the product. Everything from then just comes from inside here, really, and I always just try to do the most entertaining, informative ads I can, really. What's going to make them laugh, what's going to make them cry, what's going to make them go, ooh, I want that product. Yeah, then start writing.